Demetrius Zaarin was a native of the Imperial capital world of Coruscant. Considered to be one of the Empire's most gifted tacticians and scientists, he was recognised by Emperor Palpatine and duly promoted to become one of the 12 Grand Admirals in 3 BBY. Seemingly a loyal Imperial, he held a passion for music, but did not care for the political arena unlike some of his peers. Zaarin's military research background made many naval admirals frown over such an appointment to a lofty position. However, Palpatine, like many of his appointments, would never be made to explain himself. Zaarin preferred to keep a low profile by wearing the standard grey Imperial uniform, and was only rarely seen in his white uniform associated with the rank of Grand Admiral, which surprised some of his fellow officers. However, his power and influence was significant, and was shown through the Emperor's and Vader's respect for him, and he felt that he would be the key to dealing with the threat of the rebellion in the long run. In 0 ABY, 8 months after the Battle of Yavin, Zaarin was aboard the Imperial-class Star Destroyer Prominent, where he was joined by Emperor Palpatine on a covert tour of the Outer Rim territories. The tour included a visit to the forest moon of Endor, where the construction site of the second Death Star had begun. The visit included the Emperor to oversee the shield generator bunker, accompanied by then Senior Captain Thrawn. By 3 ABY, Zaarin was made the head of research and development for the Empire's starfighter technology, appointing a fiercely loyal staff both on board the station and on his Imperial Class 1 Star Destroyer Glory. The Grand Admiral also used his influence to ensure all required resources were available. Involved with the Vortex project on a need-to-know basis, Zaarin was researching hybridium-based cloaking devices, an alternative method of cloaking smaller craft to replace the Empire's dwindling supply of Stygium. Also during that time, his research helped the development of the Senar Fleet System's advanced TIE fighters. During this time, Zaarin did not agree with Palpatine's methods for ruling the Empire, and he felt he was capable of making mistakes, and began to plan Palpatine's removal. Arden Lin was a Force-sensitive operative recruited and trained by Palpatine to become an Emperor's hand. She allied with Zaarin after she realised her former master Zendor was not going to be resurrected by Palpatine. Feeling betrayed, she agreed to aid Zaarin's plans and act as an agent on Coruscant for the Grand Admiral. Not long after the Battle of Hoth, Zaarin was put in command of all TIE series development, and the model of the TIE Advance progressed. However, Zaarin ran into development issues with the TIE series' inbuilt hyperdrive systems. A hyperdrive systems breakthrough was found by 2 species which were not affiliated with the Galactic Empire, so when Zaarin was informed, he immediately arranged a demonstration with tight security in place. One of the species attempted several times to prevent Zaarin from acquiring the technology, but eventually failed. With the new hyperdrive systems developed, the Grand Admiral swiftly completed TIE Advanced development and impressed Lord Vader in a demonstration. He also created improved standard TIEs and TIE Defender prototypes, and later the Emperor ordered the prototypes to be shipped to Coruscant for inspection. Zaarin moved on to yet another project, to continue refining the TIE beam weapon technology, enabling a small craft to utilise devices such as a tractor beam. He successfully fought off Rebel Alliance attacks during the receipt of vital resources required for the project. Several months later, Imperial High Command learned a research station called Galactic Electronics, based in the corporate sector, had developed new weapons technology called the Magnetic Pulse Warheads, and were willing to sell them to the Rebel Alliance. This was a violation of Imperial law, and was deemed as treason. Swiftly, Zaarin received orders to retaliate by successfully destroying the company's research station. With the threat of the Magnetic Pulse Warhead eliminated, the Grand Admiral oversaw installation of the device onto his TIE Advanced squadrons, and ordered that the modified craft be prepared for combat as soon as possible. Zaarin now turned his attention on a new series of TIE craft, which could be piloted remotely from an escort transport. The project aimed to provide Imperial forces with an overwhelming supply of fighters against the Rebel Alliance, without losing Imperial TIE fighter pilots. During the latter months of 3 ABY, Zaarin formed a plot against Emperor Palpatine himself. While Lord Vader was engaged in a conflict away from Imperial Center, he took full advantage of Vader's absence and moved in to capture Palpatine on his Star Destroyer Majestic. However, Vader realised Zaarin's intent and raced back to Coruscant. Before Palpatine could be executed, Vader arrived followed by Vice Admiral Thrawn aboard the Star Destroyer Vanguard, and they rescued the Emperor from the escort vessel Zaarin was using to capture Palpatine. With his failed plot in tatters, and now seen as a traitor to the Empire, he was left with little choice but to flee the Coruscant system aboard his Star Destroyer Glory, pursued closely by Thrawn. However, Zaarin managed to evade the Imperial forces and set up his own faction, comprised of a considerable fleet. His independent faction began raids on Imperial facilities with the aim of stealing valuable technology. Zaarin's forces proceeded to attack the Senar Fleet System's TIE Advanced factories at Omar. While Palpatine had ordered Thrawn to aid the factory's evacuation, Zaarin succeeded in disabling them. His next raid targeted a hyperdrive manufacturing plant known as ZA-13, but this time his plan was to capture the hyperdrive technology from the plant. However, Zaarin's plans were disrupted by Imperial forces once again, and the Empire managed to retake control and refurbish the plant once again. A short time later, Zaarin's forces returned to successfully destroy many TIE Advanced factories that remained across the Empire. The former Grand Admiral then turned his attention to destroying Thrawn in a vendetta, but his forces, including the Interget Cruiser Grappler, was destroyed during the battle. Zaarin then decided to move his fleet to the Outer Rim territories, and from there he planned with his first officer, Commander Habeen, to launch new assaults against the Empire. His next move would be to severely hamper the Empire's starfighter production, in particular the TIE Defender. However, a targeted loot on the Defender research facility was prevented by Imperial forces, forcing Zaarin to retreat. To defend the research facility while repairs were completed, the Empire stationed the Star Destroyer Adaga. However, that did not prevent Zaarin from attacking once again. This time, although Zaarin managed to cause heavy damage to the Adaga, Imperial forces managed to fight off his attack, even after Zaarin had personally attacked the facility. His failure had allowed the Empire to escape with several TIE Defender prototypes. Zaarin then traced the Imperial forces to the Outer Rim planet of Kilimar, where they had been attacked by pirates, leaving the Imperials vulnerable. While the Imperial interdictor Redclaw was awaiting repairs, Zaarin hatched a plan to disguise one of his own ex-Imperial craft to fool the Redclaw's crew and capture the chief Imperial TIE Defender scientist, who had been evacuated from the research facility. His plan worked without the Redclaw's captain detecting them, and he moved his forces out to the CMAG system. From there, Zaarin's fleet required supplies, and he arranged for a civilian convoy to deliver them. However, part of Thrawn's forces, commanded by Captain Kuzdan, attacked and captured the freighters after destroying the dreadnought cruiser, the Ramut. Zaarin eventually stopped Kuzdan when he ambushed his forces and destroyed the Imperial-class Star Destroyer Courageous at the Gore system. A short while later, Zaarin learned a convoy carrying missile boats, a new advanced fighter Thrawn was producing to counter Zaarin's traitorous TIE fighters. However, as expected, the convoy was a trap set by Thrawn, but Zaarin was determined to understand what Thrawn's operation was up to. Zaarin eventually discovered the Empire's project to produce cloaking technology and attacked the base in the hope of stealing it, but his forces failed as Thrawn managed to allow the base to be evacuated. Using his personal Star Destroyer, Glory, Zaarin attacked the Empire's second project base, Tefalion, and easily overpowered the base's defences, forcing Thrawn to flee the battle. Zaarin's hatred of Thrawn made him pursue his Lambda shuttle, but failed to kill him. Instead, Zaarin returned to Tefalion and seized the cloaking device technology aboard the Glory. Thrawn had ensured that the cloaking device had been fitted with a tracker to locate Zaarin's hidden position inside the unknown regions. Months prior to the Battle of Endor, to Zaarin's surprise, his fleet was confronted by Thrawn's Imperial forces. Despite Zaarin's attempts to fight off Thrawn, his Star Destroyer Glory quickly fell under attack, prompting the former Grand Admiral's attempts to escape. Despite warnings from his crew that activating the cloaking device could result in a fatal malfunction if used alongside the hyperdrive, he duly ignored them and ordered his crew to jump to hyperspace. The resulting jump caused the Glory to explode, killing Zaarin instantly and becoming the first of Emperor's Grand Admirals to perish.